This is the 18 WJTS News. In tonight's news, Memorial Hospital is taking action to prevent the spread of the coronavirus sickness, even though there are not any local cases. March 15th through the 21st is designated as Severe Weather Preparedness Week in Indiana. And Pal will take a look at the weather forecast for the weekend. Kurt Guxell brings you a check of sports, and WJTS Informed tonight features Julie Duchess and Tanya Heim joining us to talk about making nominations for the Jasper Rotary Club's Athena Award. All this and more coming up next on the 18 WJTS News. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. A Jasper man was arrested on child molesting and sexual battery charges. 34-year-old Scott A. Moore of Jasper was arrested on Wednesday on a level 1 felony count of child molesting and a level 6 felony count of sexual battery. On Wednesday, Jasper Police Department investigated a case of an inappropriate touching of a juvenile victim. Upon investigation, it was found that probable cause existed to make an arrest on Moore. Moore was taken to and booked into the Du Bois County Security Center. 2 Washington County caretakers are behind bars after a man died in their care. 56-year-old Patricia A. Campbell and 50-year-old Russell E. Cartoy-Veas, both of Pekin, were arrested at their home on Tuesday and charged with a felony count of neglect and of a dependent, resulting in death. Indiana State Police began investigating after being contacted by a concerned family member about the death of 68-year-old Danny D. Harris. Harris was incapable of caring for himself due to medical and mental issues, and paid Campbell and Cartoy-Veas with both room and board and care. Police say the residence was not a licensed care facility, and Campbell and Cartoy-Veas were not licensed care providers. An autopsy revealed that Harris's death was due to the lack of required medical care. Adult Protective Services, troopers with the ISP detectives, and crime scene technicians assisted in the investigation. A Knox County correctional officer is facing felony charges after allegedly sexually assaulting a female inmate. 23-year-old Malik Jawan Johnson of Montgomery was arrested on Wednesday morning and charged with sexual battery, official misconduct, and trafficking with an inmate. Police say Johnson was assigned to pick up a 37-year-old woman at the Henderson County Jail in Henderson, Kentucky on February 17th and take her to the Knox County for local charges. While en route, Johnson allegedly stopped at a gas station and bought the woman tobacco. When entering Knox County, Johnson allegedly pulled off a rural road and assaulted the woman. Johnson was transported to the Pike County Jail and is currently being held on bond. An Evansville man was arrested this week on arson charges. Derek Jenkins of Evansville was arrested and charged with felony arson, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, burglary, criminal mischief, and criminal recklessness. Jenkins was arrested on March 2nd following an investigation from a November 2019 house fire in Evansville, where a responding firefighter suffered a cardiac arrest while fighting the fire. The firefighter survived after being revived in the ambulance on the way to the hospital. Investigators from the Indiana State Fire Marshal received confidential tips that led to the arrest of Jenkins. Investigators encourage anyone with information regarding a potential arson to call the Indiana Arson Hotline at 1-800-382-4628, 800-382-4628. Memorial Hospital and Health Care Center is taking action to prevent the spread of the coronavirus illness. Memorial Hospital says that they are not aware of any persons under investigation in Du Bois County, but are proactively taking steps to be prepared. Communities in the area are still considered to be low risk for exposure to the virus, according to the information from the CDC. Patients and visitors will see new signs when entering any of Memorial Hospital's locations. Recognizing those at risk for coronavirus is a key step in identifying cases and preventing further transmission. The new signs list the criteria for the virus and provide instructions to patients and visitors to immediately alert staff and put on a face mask. It is important to call your doctor's office or the emergency department before you arrive and tell them about your recent travel and your symptoms. If you have traveled to China, Iran, Italy, Japan, or South Korea in the last 14 days and have a fever or a cough or shortness of breath, it is important that you alert staff immediately upon your arrival and apply a face mask. If you are unable to tolerate a mask, cover your mouth and nose with a tissue when coughing or sneezing and throw that tissue away, obviously, in a trash container immediately after use. The best way to protect yourself from any respiratory illness, including the flu, is to wash your hands often with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. If soap and water are not available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth with an unwashed hand. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your mouth or sneeze with a tissue, then throw the tissue in the trash. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces. The most important thing anyone can do right now is to be educated about the virus. For additional information about the novel coronavirus, visit www.cdc.gov/coronavirus/2019-NCOV. The Jasper Street Department is closing part of Main Street Friday. The section of Main Street between 2nd and 3rd Street is closing at 8 a.m. on Friday, March 6th, for storm sewer removal. Motorists will need to avoid the area. This portion of Main Street is expected to reopen by 4 p.m. on Friday. This project will proceed barring any inclement weather or any other unforeseen events. Patoka 2000 is once again looking for volunteers and donations for their beautification project. Patoka 2000, the beautification committee of the Jasper Chamber of Commerce, is getting ready to place summer flowers in the planters along the Patoka River Bridge. Patoka 2000 works to maintain this area as an entryway into the city of Jasper. Donations are accepted, and the money helps maintain planter urns and the decorative flags on the Patoka River Bridge. In order to defray the cost of this beautification, Patoka 2000 seeks donations from individuals or businesses throughout the community. Donations can be made in any amount payable to Patoka 2000 and can specify if it is in honor of someone, in memory of someone, or as a tribute to a cause. By doing this, you are able to remember that person each time that you drive or walk across the bridge. Donations can be sent directly to Patoka 2000 at the Jasper Chamber of Commerce, P.O. Box 307, Jasper, Indiana, 47547-0307. Donation deadline is May 1st. If you have any questions about this project or about the donation, please call the Jasper Chamber of Commerce at 812-482-6866, 482-6866. In addition to the donations, Patoka 2000 is seeking volunteers who could give about 1 hour each week to help keep the planters watered throughout the summer months. If you can help with watering or would like more information on how this is done, please contact Nancy Eckerly at the Chamber, 812-482-6866. Jasper will be hosting a free paper shredding day next month. Jasper residents and businesses can come to the St. Joseph's Church South parking lot on Newton Street on Friday, April 3rd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. This event is free and will take place rain or shine. There is a 100-pound shred limit per person or business. Staples, paper clips, and file folders can all be shredded. However, credit cards, DVDs, CDs, floppy disk, microfilm, and more cannot be shredded. Shredding services will be provided by the Piranha Mobile Shredding of Evansville. With tornado season on the way, Indiana is making preparations so that everyone can stay safe. To focus attention upon the rapidly approaching tornado and severe weather season, the week of March 15th through the 21st is designated as Severe Weather Preparedness Week throughout the state of Indiana. The purpose of this proclamation is to stress the importance of promoting the public's awareness of what actions to take in case of tornadoes and other types of severe weather. To go along with the Severe Weather Preparedness Week, Wednesday, March 18th has been selected as the date for the statewide tornado exercise, which will be initiated at approximately 10:15 a.m. Eastern Time. Should actual severe weather be a threat that day, the exercise will be moved back one day to March 19th. There will be no evening exercise. Participation in this annual exercise will help improve tornado preparedness and severe storms awareness programs and plans. The goal is to prevent, if possible, the potential number of deaths and injuries from tornadoes and other severe storms this season. For more information, please contact your local county emergency management agency. The U.S. Department of Agriculture is investing $900 million in rural electric infrastructure. The announcement was made Wednesday, and the $900 million investment will go to 16 different states. USDA is providing financing through the Electric Loan Program. It will help build and improve nearly 3,000 miles of line to strengthen reliability in rural areas and will benefit 1.1 million rural residents and businesses. The loans include $17 million for investments in smart grid technology that uses digital communications to detect and react to local changes in electricity usage. Indiana will be receiving funding, along with Arkansas, California, Georgia, Kentucky, Minnesota, Nebraska, Nevada, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, South Carolina, South Dakota, and Virginia. Now stay tuned. Weather and sports are still to come on 18 WJTS News.